Now let's go to number 3 and 4. In number 3, we're trying to find BCE. Okay, so look at the picture first. Find where is BCE. Well, it's over here. And then first, let's think of, can we find a way, can we figure out a way to find it in the end? Well, let's see. BCE is in a four-sided figure, but that doesn't help us. BCE is not in a triangle, but it's not in a triangle that can help us. But if you notice that BCE is actually in a straight line with ACB and DCE, so that actually that would help us. All we have to do now is find ACB and DCE. So notice that BCE is 180 minus the ACB and then minus the DCE because they're in a straight line. Okay, so let's try to find maybe ACB first. How can we do that? Look at the picture, the questions, and what can we gather from the questions? Well, it says that ABC is an isosceles. ABC is an isosceles, and since the two sides that are equal is here, that means the angle over here and over here will be the one that's equal. The angles opposite the equal sides. ABC will be the same as ACB. And can we find ABC? Yes, because ABC is in a straight line with 106. So let's write it. ABC is 180 minus 106. This will give us 74. ABC is 74. And therefore, ACB is also 74 because it's an isosceles. That's the property of the isosceles. The angles opposite the equal sides will be equal. So we got 74. Now we just need to find the right angle, the angle on the right, which is the DCE. So how can we find that? Over here. Well, it's in a triangle. Maybe if we can use it's also an isosceles. If maybe we can find this, we'll be able to find the other two. In an isosceles, if we know one of the angles, we can actually find the other two. If we, yeah, in this picture we can know that the angles ACD and CED are the same. So let's try to find CDF, this angle. Now remember, try to find the other unknown angles first. Hopefully and eventually you'll end up being able to find the angles that you're looking for. Well, in this case, let's find BAC first. BAC is equal to 180. This is in an isosceles. This was 74 and 74. So we can write it like this: 74 times 2. 74 times 2 is 148. So 180 minus 148 is 32. Okay, so that's 32. And how does that help us? Well, since it's 32 and this whole figure is a triangle, we can now find ADF or FDA. Well, FDA, let's just say FDA. FDA is 180 minus 32 minus 96. 96 and 32 makes 128. 180 minus 128 is 52. So that's a 52. FDA is a 52. Okay, now can we find ECD now, or DCE? Yes, since it's an isosceles, 180, we just have to do this. 180 minus 52, which is equal to 128, and then we just divide it by 2. Since these two angles, DCE and CED, are equal to each other, so we just divide it by 2. This will give us 64. So this was 64, and this was 64, and this one was 74. Now we can actually find the angle we're looking for, which was BCE. So BCE is 180 minus 74 minus 64, and that would give us 174 and 64 is 148. So 180 minus 148 is 32. So this is the answer. 70 and 60 makes 130. 130. Oh no, it's actually 42. My mistake. 42. Okay, that's number 3 done. Let's go to number 4. Number 4, we're trying to find BAD. BAD is over here. BAD. So what can we do to find this? Well, this is in a triangle. This whole thing is in a triangle. Maybe if we know CAB, and then we just minus with CAD, we can find this. But if you notice, actually there's no way to find CAD in this picture. So what can we do? Well, actually, you don't actually need to know what CAD is equal to. We can look at it like this. This whole thing is in a triangle, so 180 BAD is actually this equal to 180 degree minus the 36 minus the 28, and then minus the two angles over here that we don't know yet. But let's just write it. CAD and what is it? DCA. Now, we don't have to find it individually. These two angles, we don't need to find it individually, because we just all we care about is BAD, and CAD and DCA. If you notice, oh, by the way, hopefully you guys have paused it and tried by yourself first. If you want to try it, do it again, you can replay the video. So CAD and DCA, if you notice that it's in a triangle, CAD and DCA is equal to 180 minus the 78, which is 102. So the sum of these two angles is 102, and we don't even need to find it individually. Okay, so that means BAD is equal to 180 minus 36 minus 28 minus 102. 28 and 102 is 130. 130 and 36 is 166. So 180 minus 166. The answer is 14. And that's the answer. So remember, first look at the question. Notice what can you do to find the answer first, to find the question. How can you find the question? And then after you're done, you continue looking at the question. What do you already know from the question? So, and then try to find the other unknown angles first, and eventually and hopefully you'll be able to find the angles you're looking for. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you.